Hey guys, it's Charlene. Today I'm going to be making a card with this beautiful Queen of Hearts stamp from Honeybee Stamps. Now this is a pull apart rubber stamp. These are really nice. You can stamp the entire image or you can pull out certain portions and stamp them by themselves. So I'm going to start out by stamping this lovely queen. I'm inking my stamp here with some intense black ink, which is great for alcohol marker coloring. I'll go ahead and close my top down here and apply some good solid pressure to make sure that that image on the rubber stamp transfers really well. I'm going to do a second stamping to build up that black and lift. You can see what a beautiful detailed stamping you get from red rubber stamps. I love them. We're going to color her dress with RV 0.1, R2.2, and RV 0.2. I'll start by adding shading using the RV 0.2 on the bottom layer of her dress. I don't want to try and color all of her dress at once because the alcohol inks need to be wet so that they can blend well. I'm adding a shading line underneath this lace layer, and now I can bring in that R2.2, which I've chosen for my midtone, and I'm going to pull that color out. I'm not going to go all the way over the RV 0.2. I'm just going to go right along it and then towards the center of those fabric folds. Lastly, I can bring in the RV 0.1 and color in pretty much everything that's left, leaving a very small white accent. Once finished, I repeated that process all over again. That entire lace kind of trim there, I'm going to do an RV 0.1, and then I'm bringing in 5.7 to color the line directly above the lace. That's going to give us some really nice contrast with the pinks. I'm going to color in the top portion of the skirt here using the exact same colors, and then some R5.7 to color the small heart at the center of the bow on her waist. I'm also going to use this same R5.7 to color in the lace choker she has on her neck, the hearts that are on top of the umbrella, as well as her gloves. This is going to give us that nice deep red kind of dispersed throughout our image. Using the RV 0.1 to color the bow at the waist and to color the lace trim on the bodice, as well as the heart that she is holding. And then bringing in a darker shade, the RV 0.2, to color the trim that's going around the heart. I'm going to use my shading lines here with RV 0.2 for her bodice, just like I did with the rest of her dress. Got the R2.2 and now adding a small highlight with the 0.1. I'll color the sleeves in the same way. The umbrella I'm going to keep a little lighter, so I'm only going to work with the 2.2 and 0.1, and I'll color that small bow again with the 5.7. I'll use the 5.7 for her shoes as well, and then for the small hearts by her feet, I'm using the RV 0.2 and R2.2. Okay, we have used a lot of pink, so now we can bring in other colors. For the leaves and grass, I'm using YG 1.4. For the skin tone, I'm going with O 4.0, 4.1, and 4.3. I'll start here with some shading under her legs, and I'm going to blend the 4.3 out with my 4.1 and finish it off with the 4.0. Next, I'm moving on to her arms and her chest area, as well as onto her face. Lastly, I'm going to add a little bit of blush on her cheek, and I'm going to bring in that O 4.6 for the umbrella. The tiniest bit of RV 0.1 on her lips. For her hair, we're going blonde. I've got some YO 2.0, 2.2, and 2.3. I'll start again with my shading. I always start now with that, and then I'll go into my 2.2 and round it out with a 2.0 for the lightest areas. I am going to repeat that process. I like to repeat whenever I feel like it needs some extra blending. For the cute little tiara, we've got RV 0.1, and last but not least, some CG3 to color in the heels of her shoes. Here's the finished colored image, so pretty and pink. Cut her out with the coordinating die. Now I popped out the sentiment as well as a few of the red rubber hearts from the remainder of the stamp here. I'm not going to use that border because I want to keep an A2 sized card. I've got a piece of white cardstock here that's 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. That's going to give us a 1/4 inch border all the way around. I'll put our lovely queen that we've colored here to get a sense of placement. So when I'm placing my sentiment stamp as well as those hearts, I can see where they'll fit. I'll go ahead and pick those up here, and then I can remove our gal out before I start stamping. I'm going to bring back in the intense black ink and go ahead and ink up those stamps, and then we'll go ahead and flip and press this down and lift. I'm going to do a second stamping in order to build up that black and lift. Now I'm going to add foam tape all the way on the back of our colored image, and we'll place it right amongst those hearts as well as the sentiment so that we can see all of them. Next, we can finish putting our card together. I brought in a piece of light pink cardstock. This is going to give us a really tiny thin border, about a 32nd of an inch going all the way around. The reason I'm adding this extra border is because I'm using a piece of pattern paper. This pattern paper comes from the pack that comes as the freebie of the month for January. So this is going to help break apart that lovely greenery from our main piece. I'll start by adding glue to the back of our main panel. Then I can glue it to our light pink cardstock. Next, I add glue to the back of this entire piece. You also could pop it up with foam tape, and we'll glue it onto the center of our piece of pattern paper. Now glue again on this entire piece, and we will glue this to our A2 sized card base. I did decide to bring in a touch of YG 1.6 to darken up a few spots in the grass and leaves. Lastly, to add a little bit of sparkle, I'm going to add some glitter stickles to the hearts at the bottom near her feet, as well as to the large valentine that she is holding. So here is our finished card using the Queen of Hearts stamp. So cute, very vintage Victorian style, perfect for the Valentine in your life. I hope you guys picked up some tips and tricks today. Please be sure to like and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell so that you'll know about future videos here on the Honeybee Stamps YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.